Okay, this morning while I was power scrolling on Drama Book, yes, Facebook, I seen a fully restored M816 Roto Wrecker. Yes, and the guys were quite pleased with it. And then on the side of the door is 84C. So that's the same number as I got here. And that number is supposed to associate it to Shilo, Manitoba, the military base just outside of Brandon, Manitoba. So it's nice to see a fully restored M816. This one will never be restored because it was abused during Hollywood filming. Yes, they wrecked it, smashed it up, had a good time, but the filming never aired on the TV show. Oh well, let's go have a cup of coffee and warm up. Okay, while I was doing the morning computer stuff, I took a picture of the green toy here, put it on the Canadian Tank Museum that is featuring the other M816 Roto Wrecker with the 84C on the door, and guess what? The bastards removed it. So I put it back on. They removed it again. So here's a public Facebook page for the Canadian Tank Museum, and they're censoring me. They're removing a picture. So I'm documenting history, and you wonder why I hate museums. Yes, I hate museums. I have no use for museums. They're a bunch of, how would you say, pompous asses. So, oh well. So then you wonder why I hate museums. So who cares if the green toy, better known as the military wrecker from Shilo, Manitoba, which is well featured in my 4th book of the Naughty Natalie book series, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Okay, just came in the house to change my clothes because I was out there cutting the trees up for the wood stoves, yes. And when I showed the staff the pictures that were moved from that museum Facebook page, the staff pointed out that's the Canadian military truck, and these are flags that were gifted to us from an active Canadian military member. And these guys at this Gong Show Museum, those, how would you say, pompous asses, removed the photo. Like, that's unreal what the new world has come to. But that's why I'm giving up on even bother posting or sharing knowledge. They can go screw themselves. All right, let's get to work. The boss is riding our ass. Hey, it's cold. And there's the green toy. Denied its Canadian recognition. Yes, for being Canadian. And famous too. It was filmed for Hollywood. And if we get our TV show, the filming will be used. Yes, and when my Naughty Natalie book series becomes films, yes, the Canadian, how would you say, the American graffiti 1980 style. Yes, that's what the books will be basically based on. Hot rods, fun times, and boobies. Yes. Okay, after coffee in the kingdom, and I found out lots at coffee. Now I know why that Canadian Tank Museum is removing my photos as fast as I could put them up there. It's not the fact that my ex-wife got a job at the museum. It's the fact they're committing fraud. Yes, fraud. 84C is not the towing group based in Shilo. That's the truck number. That is the tattoo of this truck, okay? So that one that's fully restored in the Ontario Museum, that's fraud. They just went and put 84C on the side. So now somebody shows up with a picture of their grandpa standing beside 84C tow truck at Shilo Military Base, and they went there to visit the truck and they're standing beside it. That is fraud. That pisses me off that you're removing my photos and portraying a truck that is not. You're a Canadian military, how would you say, museum. My mother worked at I said my mother. The mother worked at the Canadian Military Museum at Shilo. So I know all about the details and the histories. When you're passing off another truck as an item, as 84C, that isn't very nice, okay? So I sent a nice email to the museum, which they're probably going to dispose of it and deny it. So that's pretty sad when the Canadian Military Museum is going around painting numbers on trucks that weren't even there at Shilo. That is pretty sad. What a world we live in. So now I understand why I got upset and why they removed my photos as fast as I put them on there, because they can't have the other 84C, the real one, in the world. Now, if Hollywood had continued on and destroyed the truck, this wouldn't be around. We wouldn't have a problem. The museum would continue on playing fraud and passing off a truck that wasn't ever at Shilo. That is frickin' unreal. That's how bad the world has gotten. Okay, we're done for the day. We've had enough. When we salvaged that plane, okay, it's CFPJG. All right, so that plane was salvaged in 2016. We did an underwater salvage. We recovered it, and yada, yada, yada. There was a wannabe keyboard historian down in Flemfon swearing up and down that that's not the plane that we salvaged, okay? So we have documented proof. He has a photo of some plane on Reindeer Lake with 71 stamped on the photo. Well, in 1971, this plane here did a wheels up landing on Eldon Lake, just over there. So when you do a wheels up landing, that takes out the motors. So it had its motors changed. Yes, the motors had to be changed. We have photos of it at the repair shop, dated, everything, plus eyewitness accounts. And then it was crashed in August of 71. Yes, they did a wheels up landing at Kenaseo on the sand strip because the right engine was on fire. Just a minor detail. Yeah, maybe the guy forgot to tighten the fuel line. So we have photos, documents, and everything. And I have this keyboard warrior down in Flin Flon thinking he's the greatest, and how would you say, always contradicting me with this plane. So now we switch over to the green toy, 84C. So we have a bunch of wannabes down at a museum stating that they have the true 84C or whatever. I just get upset thinking that people go there to visit and relive history and memories. It's fraud. It's fraud. It's a fake truck. Yes, the 84C is right here. All right, let's go walk the dogs quickly, and then we're going to put some extra sugar in the Kool-Aid. Because I can't believe it that a museum would be that sneaky. That sneaky to try and pass it off and then to remove my photos. I'll email them. I most likely will just end up in the spam box. Maybe I should call them. Oh, wait, they won't talk to me. And this will continue on frickin' real. What a world we live in when a museum is trying to change history. All right, let's go walk the dogs, make a video, and we'll talk to you later.